Let's go.
Well, you can't just do it cold like that. We're going to be talking and it goes in. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Okay, so what are we going to start?
What do you mean we're going to talk? We're already here. We're already talking.
We're going to do that.
That's how we do it every week.
Professional. No,
It's
3, 2, 1, and you shushing me up because you want to show people that you're the one that rules this. No, you have to edit all that thing, and I'm going to pretend I'm talking. Sounds better? Like,
you want to edit it instead?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know you run the thing, but people don't know that. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, you're here for the ride. No, you're a huge help. I can't do this without you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Love Movement Podcast. We're your hosts, Steve B. and Betty B. What's up, baby?
Hello. Good morning, sunshine.
Thank you. It is, I guess it's midday.
What time is it?
It's almost 1 o'clock.
Oh my God, I thought it was the morning. I'm enjoying my cafecito.
Yeah.
I'm waking up, all cozy.
Well, it's not easy work looking as beautiful as you. It takes time and effort.
Oh my God, we're starting the year the right way. Let me tell you. Thank you,
so.
baby. Cheers to that.
Salud.
Ching ching. And you're drinking tea.
I have my second cup of tea.
You're so fancy, baby. You're so fancy. You're a tea guy. I even got you a tea. What do you call a tea maker?
Teapot.
Teapot.
Electronic.
We call it tetera. Una tetera.
It's an electronic teapot.
Very cute.
It
was a recommendation from Charlene, our sister Bluster.
It's nice. It does make the whole process very painless and easy. So, hey, thank you, sister.
Did you like the surprise, though?
I did like it.
It was not expected, right?
I just used it for
No,
each morning.
when I gave it to you for your birthday, you were expecting 0 gifts. Was it a nice thing?
It was very nice, baby.
I like that you like
It's
it.
a nice delivery, too. You
Right.
woke up. You got up at the same time as me when I woke up for work.
I was running down the stairs. I timed myself so I wouldn't make you late. I did good. Ching, ching, ching.
If only I could bring myself to get up that early every day. Then I would have time to make tea. I cut it, real close in the mornings.
What are you saying? You're telling me to wake up so I can make your tea every morning?
No, I'm saying I wish that I had the willpower to do that.
I can do that for you.
You don't have to do that. I wake up too early.
It's okay. I can do that.
No, you're taking the wrong message from that and you're running with it.
You see how I love you? I love you. Okay.
I will say this though. I switched to tea. I switched to tea to kind of offset. I was getting bad heartburn.
To be very sweet and cute and lift your pinky. That's
why
you
did that with the cafecito anyway, with the coffee.
Okay.
I'm a pinky lifting motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
No, but I started drinking tea instead to help counteract the heartburn. And I got to be honest, it doesn't seem like it's been working lately. Like it was for a while, but it's kind of trying to come back. It's trying to make a comeback.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been
burning me up?
You were not eating healthy. It's the holidays we were eating every whatever.
Now, here's the thing. When I was really trying to eat healthy, when I was having like our pre-prepared meals and stuff like that, anything spicy was doing it. And some of those meals are pretty spicy.
Yep.
Like a bunch of them have like the jalapenos and like poblano peppers in them.
Well, you stay away from those.
I know. That's so good though.
You can go in and actually pick what you like.
I told you I
never
can't
do
log
that.
in because the password's not working for me anymore.
What's the password?
I don't know now because
What
the
was
one you
the
told
old
me.
password?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell it on the.
Why? They don't. That's my recommendation for today, actually.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Then don't tell them our password.
I'm not gonna tell them our password.
They can mess with our food, and then we get all funny things. I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter if you share the password. Okay, so
anyway,
what's happening?
So
what is
let's
happening? Woo!
Chismecito. How was your holiday
How
season?
was your New Year's Eve? I like that we went out.
It was nice. Yeah.
We made a what is it? We changed it a bit.
Changed it up.
Because in 2019, I said to him, we have to go somewhere. Let's go somewhere because every New Year's Eve, I fall asleep on the couch and I think it's so boring and it gets me depressed. Like I was talking to you about it and I was crying. It was weird. I was very hormonal back then. Anyways, so we booked a trip to Madrid.
That was 2018.
Yeah. Yeah, that was true. So Madrid, and then we were going to Paris with the entire family. My mom, my dad, Tyler, you, me. And we met your sister Lexi there in Madrid. So to me, that was the best New Year's Eve ever to that point. So
it was cool to spend it in Madrid. Yeah.
We left here the 31st. And no, the 30th.
30th.
And we got there 31st at 7 a.m. We were destroyed, but we were able to sleep. And then we went out to a restaurant, and it was so much fun.
It was packed.
I loved it.
The streets were packed.
And everybody
was busy.
was so happy and so friendly, and I really, really loved it.
Everybody's friendly to you all the time because you're pretty. With guys, it's different. You have to understand you live inside a bubble. And I think there's a lot of other people that could attest to that. Your experience of the world is very different than a lot of other people's.
I have to tell you, I never heard that before. But, okay, I'm going to continue with my idea.
Okay, sorry.
So we had a great time. And then 2020 came, and it destroyed everything that we know of. And now I was thinking, what should we do? We didn't have time because we agreed on whenever we were going to go on a trip, we were going to set a budget. We were going to save for that. And that way we will pay for everything before we leave to the trip. And that way we're not worried about the bills when we come back, or we're not stressed. So that way we set up a budget that includes flights, hotels, an allowance for every day, dinner,
and
lunch, whatever.
Money to cover the bills while we're gone.
Correct. Yeah. Very important. So we didn't have time to do that this year because that idea came up this year. So we couldn't go and fly somewhere for the holidays.
And COVID kind of put a damper on everything.
Yeah, COVID's like really rising all the cases again, and we're a little scared.
You also have to keep in mind, so that we went to Madrid from, New Year's from 2018 to 2019.
Yeah,
that was great. From 2019 to 2020, we stayed home, and it was boring, and that was what made you sad. 2020 to 2021, it was still COVID, and it was like, well, we
have
can't
to stay
do anything.
in. Yeah.
So now, things have been much more open, and now that you had spoken to me about it, like you said, okay. I said, all right, well, let me know what you find. Let's do something.
And we were able to make reservations to a steakhouse that you love, and the food is delicious.
Shout out to Char, which was my Dame la Luz a week or two ago.
The one in Red Banks. So it was really good. I wasn't expecting a party or anything like that, but they had a DJ. The music was amazing. It was fun. They were giving New Year's Eve, New Year's hats, necklace. What is it that? What do you call that?
The little noisemaker things.
Those pitos, los pitos.
We literally call them noisemakers. It was like the ones that you blow into, like a kazoo almost.
Pitos.
And they're not annoying at all.
At all.
Yeah, no, not even a little bit.
But the food was good. The desserts were amazing. The wine, everything was good all around it. And we did something different. I was very happy with that.
Yes.
Let me tell you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Your plan.
But you went with my idea, and I appreciate that. And you were enthusiastic. You were excited. You were buying your clothes for New Year's Eve and all that. And that makes me happy. Getting dressed up and all that. But next year, I'm going to tell you now. My plan is to spend New Year's Eve. We are assuming that everything with COVID is better and may hopefully gone. But my plan, I'm going to share it now with you.
This is a Love Movement exclusive here. This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Spend New Year's Eve in Italy next year. Are you excited? No, this is not what I was expecting. We can cut, edit, and you come back. Yes! Okay, let me try this again. Are you excited?
That sounds amazing.
Really?
Yes. Can't wait to figure out.
That's the reaction I was shooting for.
I can't wait to figure out all the fine details of this.
No, I don't have details. It's just the idea, and now I'm going to start working on the details. But we have a year to make it happen.
So is that plan going to involve just one place, or are we going to try to do two like we did last time?
I would like to do two. So I'm picking Italy. You get to choose the other one.
Okay.
Well,
you like it more? I have, it's got to be one or two. It's Prague or London.
I like both. So I'm okay with both. Whatever works better with a budget.
Prague will work better with the budget, but it'll be colder. Actually, I don't know if it'll be any colder than London.
Anyways, I've seen pictures and it's beautiful. So I'm excited.
Better start saving now.
Of course. That's why I came up with this idea now.
Mm.
So we have plenty of time to go stress-free. And you get to enjoy it.
Hey, let's just make the numbers work. That's all I care about.
Yeah, this is funny. He is very stressed with money. I am more, I would say, irresponsible when it comes to money. I've come a long way, and I've been doing a lot better. You have to give me credit. No, you didn't know me before. Before I was very crazy with money. Now I'm a lot better. A lot better. I do budgets. I don't like debts and all that. But before, I was the type that I would tell my mom all the time, don't worry about debts. I want to die with debts. I want to owe the bank lots and lots of money, because that means that I was living my life, I enjoying traveling, but then reality hit, and I don't want to do that because it's very stressful.
Yeah, I want to die with debts, not live with debt.
I know.
There was a comedian.
If I know that I'm going to die, I will go and spend a lot of money, and then I can die.
Like, when I die, I want people to be like mad. I want to be looking for me. That motherfucker owes me $50. You know what I mean? Because what are you gonna be? Bill Burr had a thing where he was like, "What can I say about him? He always paid his bills on time. He's a real bill paying son of a bitch. This guy. I don't know. What do you want me to say?"
So I know that when he has debts, credit card debts, loan, anything, that takes sleep.
Oh, 100%. That stresses me out, just knowing that.
I know.
To me, it's like a black cloud following me around.
Until you pay it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to do that. I can have debts. As long as I'm able to pay them, that they don't bother me. They can stay there, I'm fine. But I understand how that bothers you. So we have been doing a great job with staying off credit cards and debts and things like that. And I'm pretty sure we're going to do a great job with the budget, and we're going to make it happen. Finger crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers. That's not the word. What did I just say?
No, you said finger crossed.
Fingers.
There you go.
More than one. 2 fingers crossed.
So
I was so excited. You can continue
it sounds phenomenal.
You can continue now. I told Tyler a plan before I told you.
Yeah.
And he said, Spider-Man London, let's do it. He liked that idea.
He's going to be disappointed when he finds the London Bridge still standing.
From the movies.
Yeah. So in the news, you heard about Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's booth hang?
You know what I have to tell you? It took a long time for this to happen.
Well, trials,
it feels a long time.
The problem is the trials take forever to get started.
But why would they not be like simultaneously? Is that a word?
Simultaneously?
Yeah.
Well, because there's a lot of cases.
This happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. All of this development. What happened to her? And when he was being prosecuted, why was not something together? Because she was in this with him.
It's any number of reasons. I mean, it just could.
But isn't it weird?
No, it's really not weird because these things take a long time. The legal system is very slow.
But she could disappear if she
could've.
wanted to.
She could have.
Right? Because it's all this time. Okay, I know I did something messed up. I should go and hide.
But there's also, keep in mind, too, once they originally brought the charges on her, then they arrested her, and then she's been basically in jail since.
Waiting on trial?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but she was found guilty.
She
right?
found guilty on, I think it was six of seven counts. So
I read
sex trafficking of a minor, among other things. But that was the big one, though. So
that was so messed up.
I mean, there's so many things like with the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, and there's so many conspiracy theories about it, and some of them aren't like, they sound wild, but there's legit evidence to back them up. So it's one of those things where it's like almost stranger than fiction.
That is true.
And like, especially with him dying in prison, you know, whether or not he was murdered or.
I believe that he could probably was murdered.
I mean, I kind of do too.
How come this camera was not working?
Yeah.
The timing is so
There's too many weird
perfect.
things about it.
You know what I mean? It makes you question a bunch of things. You remember when we were watching the documentary?
Yeah.
There was a lot of things that there's a lot of things. There's no doubt this guy was sick in the head. That's for sure.
But there's a lot of theories.
And she was sick too. But this girls went into the house knowing what they wanted to do because the money. They wanted the money. You know what I mean? And some girls were old. They were not just 14.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I remember one that it was like 18. And she said, yeah, I wanted the money. Sucks. I didn't want to do that, but I needed the money. I wanted the money, and I did it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to take that in consideration too.
Well, that's the thing. That same thing doesn't necessarily apply to everyone.
Exactly.
Like some of them want the money, but they thought they were only just giving massages.
And
You know
there
what I
was
mean?
ones that they knew
Yeah.
that they were expecting that it was only massage. They knew that it came with a happy ending, but they came back. They wanted more. My money. I didn't mean anything crazy. They wanted more money.
So what are you saying? You saying
I
she should have
say-
been found innocent?
No. Guilty. But we have to take it case by case.
Yeah.
There are cases that they were talking to these girls that they didn't know any better, and I get it. But there was others that they were very aware what they were doing, and they came back and they wanted the money. We need to be more aware as parents. Where are the parents? Where are you coming with this money? Why? Who's paying this? You're not doing that. You know what I mean?
Well, I wonder
We
too.
need to question our kids.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know everything about this case, and I wonder if those girls were kind of like groomed. They picked certain girls that didn't have like strong support systems at home, things like that. Like they look for those girls that have that.
From
guess you
what
could say
I
that
remember,
weakness.
yes, there were a lot of girls that they didn't have parents, at least not parents that were involved in their lives. So they can come and go whenever they wanted to. They didn't have someone supervising them. Like, why are you skipping school? Why are you not here at 5? Why are you coming at midnight? Why are you leaving at midnight? They didn't have that. So I think in some cases they knew exactly what they were doing,
Well, she's gonna be locked up, so I think that's a good thing. Personally,
that's a
based
good
off
thing.
the evidence I've seen, obviously I'm not on the jury, but it seems like it was the right call.
Yeah.
So next, this is a sad one. Rest in peace, Betty White.
Oh, Betty White.
99 years old. She's just like a few weeks out from her 100th birthday.
I know.
Very
she was
sad.
born in 1922.
She actually had her own, I guess it was like a variety show on TV, and they canceled it because she had this tap dancer who's a black guy, and she wanted to have him be featured heavily on the show, and the studio didn't want it.
She actually did it.
She did it, yeah. She said,
brought
okay, you don't want it. Well, I'm going to do it anyway.
She brought him, and the moment he came on stage and did his tap dancing, that day she received a lot of backlash. And then she said, you know what? I'm going to give him more time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she thought that he was talented and she wanted to give him more time. And she didn't think of what people were saying about her or the show.
She
and
did
I
it
think
because
that's
she thought-
amazing. And she said, well, this is my show and I like it, so deal with it. And they dealt with it.
Yeah.
They just canceled the show. But she didn't care.
But
and
she-
I admire that.
Definitely. And she has actually the longest spanning career in television of any woman ever to live since in the history of television.
We were watching, was it about her life,
It was
right?
a documentary about Betty White.
I loved her so much, and I admired the lady. I think she was so talented, but also she had such a big heart.
Yeah.
She really was a good person.
Well, she's one of those people where it's like there's nobody that has a bad word to say about her.
I know. That's really difficult.
That's
Find
yeah.
someone that no one has anything negative to say.
It's not some old like lady with blue hair like that bitch. She stole my husband.
I
But
love
she
her.
she just had nothing but people that loved and adored her.
And admire her.
Yeah.
She was very, very, very good.
We had some
had
big
an amazing career. Amazing human being. She was the one that never remarried, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So the cutest. The cutest.
Did
Like,
we-
I was sad when I heard that.
I was looking at a list of people that passed, like famous like celebrities that passed away in 2021. There was some like I was like, wow, there was a lot of like big names. Like DMX was a big one.
We're talking about 2021. People that passed away during all this past.
Yeah.
Who?
So DMX, Norm Macdonald was a very popular comedian and actor. There was Michael K. Williams, Omar from The Wire.
He passed away? I didn't remember
know
him.
that?
Omar? No. He was good.
He was great in everything.
I know. I
Never
didn't
saw
know
him in
that.
something I didn't like.
I'm sad.
Yeah. Cloris Leachman, an older lady. She was hilarious. Well, one of the in my opinion, one of the most criminally underrated comedic actresses of all time. She was hilarious. You ever remember?
Really?
Did we watch Young Frankenstein?
Yes,
Remember,
yes.
remember the old lady that took care of the house, Frau Blucher. And every time they would say her name, the horses would neigh because in German, Blucher means glue.
Oh my God.
But who else? There's her, Bismarcky.
Okay, who else?
You know who Bismarcky is?
No.
You got what I need.
Oh, but you
Yeah.
say I'm just a friend.
Say he's
but
just a
you
friend.
say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you.
Larry King.
You got what I need. Who's that?
He was a famous TV interview host. Remember I showed you the thing that he did with Tom Segura? You're like, Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, my
Saka
God.
souffle.
Oh.
What are you doing over there?
I'm looking for famosos que murieron en el 2021, but in my language. Thank you.
Okay. Well, either way, there was some heavy hitters that passed away.
Oh, my God, I have to tell you. You know who passed away?
Oh. Don Vicente.
Oh, you're good. I'm proud of you. Don Vicente Fernandez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mexico was hurting. That's sad. That's sad news. Carmelita Salinas, another actress,
Yeah.
Mexican, very famous too. I'm not telling you Banana's name here.
I believe you. I'm just saying, I don't
telling
know.
you big people that really.
Anybody else?
Yes, give me 1 segundo.
Well, I can't give you too
Okay,
many.
sorry.
segundos.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
But either way, I mean, there's some, like I said, some heavy hitters. All right, what
I
do you
know.
got?
No, sorry, it's wrong year.
Boy, what a tease.
Year.
So, rest in peace to Betty White and everybody else that passed in 2021.
I know.
Well,
Well, I honestly believe we'll be all soon together.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully not that soon because I want to go to Italy. But we will see each other again, baby.
We'll have Impractical Jokers, a show I love. Joe Gatto, one of the four guys.
I like him.
He's
he's
definitely
good.
the wildest one, at least on the show of the
He
four.
doesn't seem shy at all.
He's hard to beat.
He doesn't
Yeah.
care what they tell them. He does it. He's
Mhm.
good. He's good.
So he just announced he's going to be leaving the show. He split with his wife of 8 years, and he said he's leaving the show to focus on family and being a father and stuff. I this definitely didn't seem like there was any hard feelings between him and the other guys. It was just
No, imagine
Yeah.
going through a divorce. It takes a lot of your attention,
It's hard.
and you need to. There's a lot of things to process
Mhm.
when it comes to that, even emotionally. It's not only paperwork. There's a lot to deal with,
yeah,
especially if you have kids involved.
He's
I
got
don't
2
know.
kids.
He had from that marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things going on with his life,
think
and
he's-
having that show takes time to do the. What do? They have to go out places to shoot,
Mhm.
right? So there's a
And they
lot.
just shot a movie.
They did a movie.
Yeah, it's
I
on
didn't
HBO
know.
Max.
Oh,
It's
sucks
basically like a-
because they're good. They're doing good. The show is
Yeah.
good, and I'm sure it's not gonna be the same without him. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that feel like, this is not the practical.
Well, he was a
Jokers
lot of people's
anymore.
favorite Joker too.
That's what I'm saying. Like it ruins it for everybody.
Yeah. But I mean,
But he has to take care of his family.
I-
Family come first.
yeah, I like the fact that he seemed like a genuinely nice guy. Like him and his
Yeah.
wife were very into like
Who was the
rescuing
wife?
animals.
She was
No, she wasn't like
famous?
a famous person now.
Oh.
But they were into like animal rescue and like
Really?
stuff. They have like 19 dogs or something like that.
But did they have a place for
they
that,
had
or
a big place in Staten Island, I believe.
his house?
Yeah. So you got to keep in mind, Impractical Jokers.
No, I know they
is
make money.
huge.
No, I know, but I thought he had like a special place for like
Oh,
a
like a-
business to rescue a
They ha-
farm or something
I
like
don't
that
know
to
if they
rescue animals,
run-
not their house.
I don't know if they run an organization, but I know they're at least involved in at least one.
But
But
that is
that's
so
like
nice.
their passion.
You know that people that love animals, I have
Mhm.
a sweet spot for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it tells me a lot from a person when you genuinely love animals.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet. That's really nice.
But what about some people that just aren't animal people?
I don't trust them.
I'm not an animal person.
I didn't know that before I married you. If not, believe me that I would not marry you.
But hang on,
I
there's a-
didn't know that you were not an animal person. You told me you had dogs when you were little
Mm-hmm.
and that you wanted a dog and your mom got you a dog. I am not thinking that you just dislike dogs and that's it. this is
But that's the difference, though. Hang on.
I thought you like
Time out.
animals.
No. Let's be very clear
Such
here.
a red flag, people. Run
Could
the
you
other
listen
way.
and let me finish?
So upset.
There's a big difference between being an animal person and actively disliking animals. You know what I mean?
Don't know. Don't understand exactly what you did there. What?
Whether
Lost me.
Do you love animals or do you actively dislike animals? Like, do you really not like them, or are you just indifferent?
Let me explain.
Okay.
Either you love them or you don't love them. Simple.
But just
I
because you
like
don't love them
animals, I
doesn't
don't
mean
like
you hate
animals.
them.
That's simple.
Just because you don't love them doesn't mean you hate them. You know what I'm saying?
Who wouldn't love animals?
Plenty of people.
Crazy, psycho people.
Wow. Strong words
Yes.
coming from that side of the table.
Yes, and I'm judging.
Judging so hard.
Yeah, and I said I was going to be better. I'm not judging. I take that back. Okay, no, honestly, now I'm being serious.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly... Why are you laughing? When I'm being serious, you laugh. That's not funny. Okay. I don't know. I always loved animals so much.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I thought everybody loved animals. Until I learned there's a bunch of psychos out there that torture animals, that they don't care about animals, that they leave them in cages, that they leave them to starve. And there's a lot of animals that are suffering a lot. And that hurts me. Like, why would you do that to an animal that did nothing to you? We're here to take care of them, not to hurt them.
Well, so a lot of people obviously look at them as, well, they're not humans, so
It doesn't matter. They're a living thing.
I agree with you. I'm saying that's what crazy people who hurt animals, see, they're dehumanized. They're not human, so they don't feel like they have to treat them with any kind of respect.
But you know that there are a lot of serial killers that do that?
Yeah, they say that's a warning sign of a serial killer. They hurt animals
Yeah.
when they're young. They
That
torture
is
animals.
very, very bad.
Yeah, that's a big red flag if your kid is going to end up being a killer.
And I actually love so much that Tyler loves animals so much. He loves all animals.
He does.
He's so cute. Anyways, that's not the point. The point
So-
is that what is it with you? You hate animals?
No.
Okay,
I don't hate
that's
animals.
very, very concerning.
That's my point. I'm saying I don't hate animals. I just don't love them like other people do.
Okay, you don't have to love them like everybody else loves. Everybody, each and every one of us love a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I respect that.
That was my point. You were calling me a psycho. and a
Because you
weirdo.
told me you don't like animals.
Yes, that's not the same as hating
You do not
them.
like animals?
I'm just kind of.
You need to rephrase that. Edit this and rephrase that
No,
because
not-
that's bad.
I
That's
said it
really,
very
really
clearly.
bad. You don't like animals and we own a dog. I'm very worried.
What, you acting surprised? I told you I didn't want a dog.
Not wanting a dog because of the reasons you gave me, I understand. Not liking liking a dog is different. You told me I don't want a dog because it's a lot of work, because like the house is a mess, all these things, and I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, don't worry, I'll take care of the dog. You don't have to worry about, if that's the only reason why you don't want a dog, that's solved. And that's it. You never said, I don't like dogs.
Because that's not true.
Okay.
I like dogs, especially when they're
Perfect.
not mine.
Yeah, that's way better.
I don't like the responsibility of owning a dog, because to me, I like the benefits of the dog wear off for me very quickly. Like that's
But
why
you
I
don't
like.
own a dog for the benefits they give you.
Then what do you own a dog
It's
for?
because you love them. That's it.
That's not a benefit.
Well,
Like, I'm not saying I want a dog so he could do chores around the house. People buy pets because they enjoy having the pet around and the happiness the pet brings them, right?
okay.
I'm saying is that
No, this conversation I'm not liking it. We should move on.
what I'm saying is that all the downsides of having a pet aren't canceled out by the upsides. I'm saying the downsides are heavier in my book.
But you don't do it. It's not. This is what I don't understand. If you are telling me that you're cleaning after the dog, then I understand you're fed up with the dog. But you don't do it. You tell me the dog peed. The dog did this. Look, he's eating something, and that's it. But you don't do anything. He loves you, and he wants your love and affection and your time. And I have to tell you, can you just love him? Can you just pet him? That's not cool. You need to love him. Tell me you love him. You love Spike. He's been a year with us. To this point, you already have to love him.
I loved him before he learned how to bark when he was still a puppy.
Not anymore.
He is there's a lot of people out there that I know are gonna be on my side, and a lot of people that are gonna be on your side. But I don't like the yappy dogs. He just barks
I'm
at
pretty
everything
sure
incessantly,
I'm gonna get.
and it's so loud and obnoxious, and it drives me crazy.
I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people sending me messages telling me, "Girl, run the other way." Those are red flags.
Because I don't like annoying dogs.
Because you don't like dogs. You don't like animals. That's what
Again,
you said.
putting words in my mouth.
You said that.
Wow. Okay. Well, listen. The
You know what
evidence
they
is
say
here.
in TikTok? You know what they say in TikTok?
I don't know. Stick pennies in an outlet.
No. They say.
Pretty sure they say that.
If he doesn't like animals, don't trust them.
Yeah. You believe you listen to everything you see on TikTok?
Pretty much.
No. Well, listen, people. You've seen and you've heard this whole conversation, so you guys can judge for yourselves. So if you want, sound off in the comments and let us know whose side you're on. This is an epic battle for the ages here. All right.
Let's continue.
What do you say we get to the main topic?
We're so different.
Oh,
and I
know
love
we
it
are.
so much.
Yeah, it makes it interesting.
I know. Deborah told me. I said, maybe we're just different. She said, like this. And it said, okay, I guess that's a bad thing. I was a little worried, but then I realized that it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because we embrace each other.
Yeah. I feel like we learn so much from one another, too.
I know,
I've
love
learned
it.
so much from you since
I
we've been
love it.
together. So, I mean, and so what?
We learn to look at things completely different.
Yes.
And when I thought it was normal or when I thought it was the right way, I learned that you can see it with other eyes.
Definitely.
And there's better ways. And I like it.
Some ways aren't better or worse. They're just different.
I know. But sometimes it's actually that different is a lot better than what I was doing before. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that.
Yeah, me too. And look, we can have these little fun debates, and
I know.
like I still.
Our life is fun. Let
I
me
think
tell you.
it's
I
definitely
think
not
it's very
boring.
fun. Yeah.
Sometimes you get bored, and I have to remind you, we're not boring, baby.
I get bored.
You get bored so quickly and easily. There's a warning sign.
Me?
You know what TikTok said? If she's bored, you need to run.
Why?
I don't know. I made that up. I don't even have TikTok.
Am I boring or
No,
I'm
if you get
confused.
bored,
If I get bored,
yeah.
you run the other way? Why don't you entertain me?
You made it not funny.
Boring is different. So I thought you were calling me boring.
I'm
not boring? Am I boring?
No, I don't think you're boring.
Thank you.
I think if
It's
anything, I
just
have to
boring.
like rein you in sometimes.
Because I'm too
I'm
fun.
the boring one in the relationship.
I felt wild and free for one moment there. Thank you.
All right, so main topic for today.
Let's do it.
You ready? How much does your sex life change after marriage? Now, this is one of those things where everybody says, oh, everything changes after you get married, you stop having sex, all this stuff. But that's the question. Is like, how much of that is bullshit and how much of that is real? The second part of the question, in what ways does it change? And how important and or difficult is it to talk about with your partner? Because, again, a lot of people are very uptight about sex and those kind of things, being very puritanical upbringing. Like, we don't talk about that stuff. So a lot of things get brushed under the rug, don't get addressed, and you never really get to enjoy it or appreciate it or actually grow into it.
Absolutely.
So
I agree 100%.
what do you think?
Okay, I think that it changes as much as you let it change. Again, we go back to the beginnings. I think everything in a relationship and a marriage takes effort. So it depends how much effort you're willing to put in. And that will lead to the change or not. I know there's a lot of things that are evident. You're married. You have kids.
I think the kids is the big thing.
I think being married or boyfriend and girlfriend is not a big change.
Yeah.
Changes come when you have kids. Because now you have a different routine. There's different needs because your kids need the time or things happen. They're waking up in the middle of the night. They're still not sleeping in their own room. They wake up and they jump in your bed. there's so many things. You're tired because during the day, this is not just work. Now, when you come home, you still have to put in more work. You have
Sometimes
to
the
take
work at
them to
home is harder than
boxing.
the work you do
Of
out in the
course,
world.
you have to take them to boxing. You have to do grocery shopping. You have to clean. You have to get ready for the following day, do homework, all these things. By the time you get to bed, you're dead. The moment you just put the head in the pillow, you're out. You know what I mean? But if you have that in your head, like, I need to set time for my partner. I need to make room for us to have some quality time together. Then you plan accordingly. Because I've noticed that we have done this. We plan. It's the week is busy, but then we say, you know what? My mom is going to take care of the baby tonight. We're going to watch a movie. So that's our time. So we go in the room when everybody's sleeping.
We're going to watch a movie.
Yeah, you know, Netflix and chill. So what we do, my mom stays with the baby. Tyler's sleeping already. Then we start our movie, right? Sometimes we bring wine to the bedroom and we just connect. We talk. We have our quality time, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? But we have to be consistent in that, making the time, making the effort. Sometimes it's over the weekend. I think that date night is very important in the picture as well.
Well, let me jump in to finish off the point you were just making. A lot of people, and I think a lot of times, not to be direct this at women, but a lot of times women feel like without that spontaneity, that it's not as enjoyable. It doesn't mean as much. And the problem is when you have kids, when you have life getting in the way, you can't always be spontaneous with it. Sometimes
you don't have the moment to be
sometimes
spontaneous.
you need to plan things so that you have a moment.
Yeah.
And I think for some people that kind of takes the spark out of it, takes the fun out of it. And then it becomes like, all right, well, Thursday, do you want to have sex? Like, oh, I can't Thursday. I have to go to the dentist.
If you do it like that, of course, it kills the mood.
I'm exaggerating.
You have to actually make it a little more fun than that.
Of course.
And I think we do a good job when it comes to that.
I think so too.
But we don't make an appointment like that.
Not everybody's as good as us.
You're being so modest.
I'm not being modest, but I'm being honest. I like to give credit where credit's due. I think that we do a pretty good job of it. And obviously
sometimes we try to be spontaneous and it works. Sometimes I'm in the shower and jump in. Because it was perfect at that time. Tyler may be in the backyard playing in the trampoline. My mom is out in ShopRite. I don't know, the baby's sleeping. And you were able to jump in the shower. So as long as you just... It doesn't have to be always planned. There's time that it could be spontaneous. But you cannot just rely on that. Because if you're going to wait for that moment again, it might not happen in a month.
Sometimes you have to move some pieces around to make that moment appear.
Hey, why don't you guys go to ShopRite? I need bread. Everybody. Yeah, take the dog.
But I think that's so important because, like, without that, it's so easy for the relationship to fall into a rut.
To get really cold,
But it's like as you get older, sometimes it's not even that there's, like, a problem. It's
just it gets cold.
Yeah, it's not like there's something wrong. It's just that everybody gets so wrapped up in the routine and the repetition and day in and day out. And that's something that commonly falls by the wayside for a lot of people. And some people get too awkward to even bring up the topic. Because I know, like, for me, I don't like to feel like I have to beg for sex. I hate that.
That feeling,
and
right?
There's nothing that makes me want to do it less than that. Like, if I have to, babe, come
Please,
on. I don't.
Come.
It makes me feel so pathetic. I don't want to do it at all.
Vamos a darle de comer a la tortuguita.
So yeah, usually if I bring it up, it's like, hey, no one's around.
What are you doing tonight?
And if you're not receptive to it, then I'm like, okay, that's it. I asked.
That's my cue.
I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm not gonna be like some creep humping your leg trying to get you to.
Ew.
Yeah.
But
come on, baby, please, please.
But I don't think you have. I don't think you beg for it, or
no,
you
I
have
don't.
to. You don't have to.
I refuse to.
But I don't think you have to, anyways.
No, I think you're pretty good about it. Sometimes you make it seem like you're like, no, baby, like I have to do my hair, or, like you give me the cold shoulder, but then it's all a ploy to turn around, and the next thing you know, you're coming out of the bathroom with a towel on. I'm like, oh,
you were kidding.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think it has a lot to do with the experience. I think we have made so many mistakes in past relationships that brings us to now, to be better, to do better, to build a better relationship. And I truly believe it has to do a lot with our past. Because I feel that there's been times in past relationships that I have many mistakes, and I like you and I love you, and we have such an amazing thing going on that I don't want to ruin it. So I look back to all these things that I feel that I have done wrong, and I want to make it right. You know what I mean? And I think that's the key for us to be so good now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The fact that we're invested in the success of the relationship.
And that's what I told you. Sometimes we are talking about, oh, I wish I met you sooner, you know, because I could have avoided so many things in my life, so bad relationship and stuff. But I really think that if we have met just 5 years before that,
we wouldn't be who
we
were.
Wouldn't be here. Because it took so many mistakes for me to get here. And I'm just talking about me right now. That if we were to go back 5 years, we wouldn't have connected the way we have right now.
I think you're 100% right. And that's one of those things.
You wouldn't have liked me.
No, I definitely would have liked you, but I mean, I might not have been as willing to work through some of the hard times, you know? Because I really feel like there was plenty of opportunities for this to fall apart.
Yeah.
But the fact that neither of us was willing to like give up is the only reason we're here. And I think that's because of that, like the relationship gets stronger when you can experience the hard time and, you know, the fights and the disagreements and the sadness.
We actually learn from
exactly,
those things.
you grow from it.
Because there's a lot of people that go through the same shit over and over and over and over again, and they choose the same type of people to mingle, and then they're stuck in a hole forever.
Yep.
Because they choose not to learn from it.
Yeah, they keep repeating that same cycle.
Like, no, I know exactly what I don't want anymore. You know what I mean?
But I think, like, now, specifically about sex, too, is being able to actually talk about sex with your partner and, like, being honest about the things you like and don't like. It seems like such a simple thing, but
it's so hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, it's you really feel like vulnerable and awkward, like putting yourself out there, like saying, "Oh, I like this," and like
because we don't want to feel rejected.
Exactly, especially by someone that you love.
No one likes rejection. No one likes to come to you. Let's make it simple. If I'm gonna give you a kiss, and you say, "Oh no, not now," I'm gonna feel hurt. Imagine coming, like making the move to have sex, and you
imagine coming.
I know what it is, but that rejection feels horrible. Nobody likes that, and I didn't understand that. I think it comes with being mature as well.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, so everything does.
We are so selfish when we're young. Like, I don't want it. Stay away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hurtful, especially when it's to someone that loves you and you love. There has to be a time that you can be honest and say, listen, I don't feel good now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We have to take everything in consideration. We have to take in consideration that rejection sucks. Yeah. But we have to take in consideration that sometimes you're in pain.
Yeah. Sometimes you just don't want to. And
sometimes you're not in the mood for a bunch of other reasons.
Yeah. So just if you don't want to, then you shouldn't have to do it.
But I'm going to share with you something that I heard from my sexologist.
Hit me. I would love to hear it.
She said, she was actually given a message. There's a lot of ladies that are going to disagree with me. Mm-hmm. And maybe this is old school or maybe has to do with cultural things. She is a sexologist, very famous, but she's Dominican. So it's a different culture. Mm-hmm. So I understand because we are very alike with Dominicans. Cubans. Cubans. She said, ladies, you're married and you don't want to have sex. I understand that. There's days that I don't want to have sex. But if your man wants sex, you give it to him. You just lay there and let them do their thing.
This is a hot take.
But you have to give them sex. Those were her words.
Wow.
I'm actually going to share the link so people listen to this.
There's a lot of guys out there just going on Tinder right now looking for Dominicans.
I know. So this was her advice. And she has a very successful sex life. Mm-hmm. And she's older than my mom. And
Wow.
she's very active.
You think that's an old school thing, or?
I think it's an old school. I think it's a cultural thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of ladies, even in my family, that I heard saying that. But this is now a sexologist telling you this, giving you this advice. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you when I heard that. I don't know how I felt. I heard that and I had so many things going on through my head. So I just want to drop that there. I know there's going to be a lot of people agreeing to that. Ladies that will agree to that, especially coming from my culture. And there's going to be a lot of ladies hating that.
I definitely think that.
But I think it's a cultural thing.
Yeah, I think it's a cultural thing too, because it's kind of like.
But how sexologists can come with culture? You know what I mean?
Let me get this
Isn't
thought.
that confusing?
Yeah, let me get this thought out though, and like just bear with me. I'm just speaking how that might be culturally different. Do you think that has to do with the mentality thinking that like, well, if he doesn't get it here, he's going to go looking for it somewhere else?
100%.
So now my thought to that is, that's not supposed to be how marriage works. Like, and maybe now this is a cultural thing where it's like you get married, like if she doesn't want it, then you're, for lack of a better word, fucked. Like,
do you think that's a cultural thing?
Well,
I've heard of a lot of gringos being very unfaithful, and then
it's
don't
a
get me
cultural
started
thing.
with the Italians.
Well, it's a cultural thing, like Italians, French.
They're
I
very
guess,
unfaithful.
I don't know if Greeks too, but like there are plenty of European cultures where it's like, yeah, even like in France, like from what I understand, I could be wrong. I don't. If you're French and I'm wrong, let me know. But it's like it's common to have like women on the side of your marriage.
It's very common in Cuba.
Yeah.
And Dominicans, don't get me started.
But I don't
Like,
know.
I'm telling you, double life.
Yeah, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's like, if you're just gonna go out and try to bang a bunch of women, like, what did you get married for? What was the point? Is it just to have someone take care of you and make your meals and wash your clothes? Because in my upbringing, I was born in '84, raised, in the '90s and stuff like that. What I saw was like, that's not what marriage is supposed to be. Like,
But
that
your
was
dad
like
was
second.
a good Italian.
Yeah. Like I wasn't raised in that kind of way.
Okay, let me ask you something. I believe Ralphie was a good Italian. I don't know anything about their life. What I see is that he was very faithful to your mom.
I've never had any reason to believe otherwise.
They have a very nice marriage. They've been together forever. How was your dad? He had different marriage, but I think he was faithful
as far as I know,
all the time, right?
Yeah, as far as I know.
He was in
Yeah.
until this day.
I mean,
He's
he had his own
married.
problems with his personality, but as far as I know, there was never any issues of
He loved his
being
kids,
unfaithful.
and I think he wants the marriage. He likes the marriage life, the family. He's with this lady forever.
Mm-hmm.
His wife,
Definitely
right?
the longest
What's
one.
her name?
I'm not going to say
We're not
it.
saying names. I'm sorry. I remember now. Forget it. So they've been together forever.
I wouldn't say forever, but definitely
But you had it. What
by
I mean,
far and away the longest
Okay.
relationship.
But what I mean is that you had good examples. You didn't see anything going on and stuff like that.
Good examples when it comes to being faithful.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I meant. That's what
Yeah.
we're talking about. Faithful.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Me personally, it's like, listen, if you're just going to go out and fuck around, like you made a mistake getting married. That's just the way I see it.
Yeah, life would be very simple if everybody thought.
No,
like
of course.
that.
And,
But no, it's not the thing, and definitely it is a culture thing.
but like,
But what it comes with this culture thing and the advice from the sexologists,
Mm-hmm.
they think that if your man, what you said, has everything he needs in the house, he's not gonna go out looking for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you don't please him, then he will go out and have mistress and all these things. I don't believe in that.
Yeah,
I believe the man that wants to go out and do whatever that he wants is
gonna
gonna do it regardless.
but now my question is that a two-way street? Does that work both ways for the women?
What do you mean?
Like, if the woman isn't pleased at home, she's not satisfied. Like, is she?
I think
gonna
when
be
it
going
comes,
out?
that's the thing. I think when it comes to us, it's different. We need a connection before getting in bed with someone. We don't leave a marriage because we're not satisfied in bed.
I'm not talking about leaving a marriage. I'm talking about
Being unfaithful.
Okay.
We're not unfaithful because we are not satisfied when it comes to bed. we have an adventure
We
or
dip
we go
out.
out with someone because we're not happy in the relationship. Meaning a bunch of things. It's the entire package. You don't pay attention to her. You are not nice to her. You don't take in consideration her feelings or what she wants. We need connection. We need to feel things.
Need emotional
If
sustenance.
we're not feeling things, it's not necessarily just because in bed you're bad. You know what I mean? It's because we're looking for more. We're looking for that connection. We're looking for someone to talk. We're looking for someone to go out, to have fun, to live life. You know what I mean?
I definitely think that women are very, very forgiving when it comes to sex. You know, like they'll still find something to love about you, even if you're bad at sex. Like if they really love you, like that's something that oftentimes gets overlooked.
Really? I think it's a package. You have to be very... I think it's a package.
But that's what I'm saying.
I think, oh, you suck in bed. I'm going to stay with you because you have beautiful eyes.
But my point is that with the guys, if you're dating a girl, like you could love her, oh, she's great and all that stuff.
She's bad.
But if she's bad in bed, like that's a hard one to get past.
Really?
Yeah. I
And
think guys are different
we have
that
been
way.
together for a long time.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, trust me. If the sex was whack, this podcast might not
Really?
exist. No, I'm serious.
No,
I think,
not that. I'm saying
I think
like
women
really?
or men are a little more like that ranks higher on the list of priorities for men than it does for women. Or at least, and this is again me saying this from the outside. So let me
I
know if
don't
I'm wrong.
think a woman is gonna stay married to a guy when she is not satisfied. There's gonna be a point that she's gonna be tired, and she's gonna say, "Listen, it's been too long. This is not happening. It's not getting better. Let's just quit."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your dick don't hit.
No, we need to feel happy too. It's not just you guys.
No, but I agree.
We need to feel satisfied. We need to feel happy in all aspects. So I don't think that if the guy is really bad in bed, they're gonna stay together for long.
Gotcha. So he can't
Don't
be that bad
believe
if she's
that.
still there.
No.
Gotcha.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, that makes
That's
sense.
not a thing.
I'm sure there's some guys breathing a sigh of relief right now.
Oh, I'm not that bad.
We made it 10 years. I must be
Doing
somewhat
something.
good. Yeah. But I mean, like it's still one of those things where it's uncomfortable to talk about, and there's always that feeling. At least sometimes for me, I'm like, is she telling me the truth? Is she being honest?
Are you talking about me?
Well, I'm just saying in general, because sometimes when you talk about things, some people are so uncomfortable talking about it that
That's
they'll
true.
just say what they think you want to hear just to end the conversation.
I don't think you can sustain a marriage like that.
But I agree. But that's why a lot of marriages fail.
Oh, got it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I guess. But no, I don't know. When I look at people and I see, okay, they've been married for 15 years, for 20 years, I think they have communication skills. That's the first thing that comes to my head. I'm pretty sure they have gone through a lot of shit together.
Yeah.
But they're still together because there's good, I don't know, like good communication. They know how to...
Good foundation,
Yes,
good baseline.
they know what they're doing. You know
Relationship's
what
got
I mean?
good bones.
Exactly.
I think you're right. All
I
right.
hope we're here for 20, no, for 100 years, baby.
Just until the end, baby.
Yeah.
Just keep
This
it
is
simple.
it. This is
Yeah,
it.
This is it. You're stuck with me.
We signed a contract.
We did. It's a legal document, it's binding.
I know.
So
I
you
know.
can't leave.
This is it.
All right, find you.
You creep.
You're supposed to say that anyway.
I know.
All right, baby.
Dame la luz.
Dame la luz. What do you got for me?
Okay. I actually have. I was going to recommend the Factor meals.
Okay.
Okay. We started a diet when I had the baby. When I had the baby, I started a diet. I wanted to do keto, right? So started doing keto. It was really hard to do it by myself. So I tried this company to see how was their food. It's just meals you can choose from a menu. And it's really healthy. It's really nice. And I said, let's give it a try.
What's
You
the
tried
name of
it
it?
and you liked it.
Make sure you tell them the name of it.
I know, but I'm going to explain what
Oh,
we
okay,
tried it.
sorry.
You're very picky with food. And I said, I'm going to try it.
Oh, but I'm
You're picky. You're picky.
picky in what way? I
Picky-
like good food?
Yes.
Okay. I guess you could say I'm picky, yeah.
And dieting is hard.
Very.
And diet food tastes like crap. They don't. They're doing a good job.
No, I think
Wouldn't
they do
you
a
say
tremendous
that?
job.
Yeah, they have meatballs, they have noodles, but these noodles are from zucchini.
Yeah.
They're really healthy.
Which doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would. The
It
zucchini
doesn't bother
noodles.
me at all. So
Yeah.
you can choose from keto diet if you're doing keto. You can do high protein. You can do low carbs.
You can do vegetarian.
Vegetarian. You can do low calorie.
Yeah, they have all different types of like styles of diet food.
So they drop it off 1 week worth or whatever you want.
They give you however many you order. Like for us, it's 12 a week. So
You can do less. You can do more. And then you just put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. They're ready. They're tasty. They're delicious. The company is Factor. You look them up. It's www.factor75.com.
I believe that's correct.
And then you see all the instructions. I love it.
I like
think
it
it's
too.
a great thing.
Yeah, especially if you're out one of those couples that like orders out all the time, and then you're looking at the Grubhub bill and it's like $60
And
just
you don't
to
have
get
time to cook.
like a grilled cheese sandwich from the diner. You know, it not only does it save you the time cooking, it's all pre-prepared. It's healthy, so you don't even have to worry about that, and it's cheaper than ordering out.
Yeah.
because it's highway robbery what these
They
delivery
even-
services charge.
Which
So,
one is your favorite one from there?
for what my favorite meal?
Yeah.
I have to say the tostada bake was my favorite.
It was really good.
It's
right?
very, very good. And it's some of it's like simple, like, and it's perfectly portion control. It's seriously all that stress you get from having to make decisions every night. What am I going to eat? How am I going to? All that is gone.
And the grocery list.
The grocery
I hate
list,
it.
yeah. Now you don't have to worry about dinner anymore. Like it's done. I got the week, and you have, if you order in 12 for the two of you, so that's 6 nights a week. You have dinner already set, and one night you go out maybe, or you order something, and it's perfect. You can't go wrong. It's like it's like a sore dick. You can't beat it.
Okay, so mine was good, right?
Very
Thank
good.
you. And I love the advertisement. You're good, baby.
Yeah. So
You
Factor,
should
if
get
you're
paid
listening,
for
and we
this.
know you are, well,
You
just
should totally get paid.
yeah, holla at us for some sponsorship details. Okay, my Dame la Luz is Cobra Kai season 4 on Netflix right now.
Ooh, good
We
one.
watched the whole season yesterday, and it was very good. Honestly, like the show is like, if you guys haven't seen it, obviously it's based on the Karate Kid series, so it picks up on modern times, and the characters are all older now, and they all have kids, and it's like it kind of embraces the campiness, the corniness of it. And my wife is videotaping me, I believe, right now.
It's a boomerang.
Oh, it's a boomerang. But no, it's funny, and it's like they know it's kind of corny, and they embrace that, and that's one of the things that makes it more fun. But it actually is good. It has a lot of heart to it, and I really like the characters, the cool arcs. So, yeah, check it out on Netflix if you haven't watched it. This is season 4, and there's no way they're not coming back for 5 because it's still good.
Yeah,
So.
and the way it ended.
Yeah, it always end on a cliffhanger. So that's it. That's all I got. What do you think, babe?
We're good. We're done.
Are we?
I don't know what I did.
I don't know what you did either.
Oh, God. Okay. Sorry. I was trying to be creative, okay?
It's okay.
So we're good?
We're good.
Hope you guys are having an amazing year. We wish you the best. And I love you, baby.
I love you more. You sexy you.
You sexy you.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
That's all, folks.